Hello, Karen Hunter. First time I'm calling your show, but a long time listener. So very
Oh,
proud of you.
thank you. Welcome,
Doc,
welcome,
Dr.
sis.
Black. Yeah,
Hey,
you are awesome lady. Hey, Dr. Black. Listen,
hey,
I'm in Memphis. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a charter season ticket holder for the Grizzlies. My husband and I.
yes.
And I can't believe that John Morant it does not have a team around him to manage this better. And I truly believe the NBA wants to maximize their profits off of John Morant and get him out of Memphis, a small market, and put him into a larger market. I truly believe this. There's no way that he is that dumb to make this mistake again. The other
Mm.
thing is,
Wait, pause for a second, Tanya, because as again, you heard Mike Wilbon say that John Morant is actually not dumb, and I've heard him in different. I've heard him articulate thoughts very clearly, even though he's 23, he's very young. I don't think he's dumb. I'm asking maybe doesn't want to be in the position that he's in, and maybe he feels trapped. Maybe this is his way out. I don't, you say the NBA doesn't want him in Memphis. Maybe he doesn't want to play basketball like that anymore. I'm just trying to, your thoughts on that, Tanya.
listen, we all know now, right, that when Michael Jordan had to leave basketball and play baseball, that was really a plan to suspend him over his gambling, correct? We know
Yes,
that now.
yes.
Okay, so we know that the NBA can come up with ploys to manage a situation. Now, I'll say this is for a different reason. They had no idea when they drafted, when he was in the draft, that John Morant was going to be as big a star as what he is right now. They had no idea. And certainly if they did, they would not have allowed him to land in Memphis, Tennessee, a small
I don't
NBA
think,
market.
Tanya, I disagree with that completely. Because there's a lot of small market teams that have, I mean, the NBA is full of superstars. Let's be real. We talk about Milwaukee, for crying out loud. They won a championship off with a superstar player that's still a superstar player. And they didn't put the gun in John Morant's hand not once or twice. So are you saying that the NBA is spinning a
Right.
conspiracy I'm don't know what.
Well, let's talk about the gun because what John Moran did was not against the law. Unfortunately, Tennessee is a open carry, no registration, no background check state. And ever since our state legislature has passed those laws, the gun violence in Memphis, Tennessee has gone up exponentially. There
Right.
are young black men killing each other in these streets every single day. Memphis, Tennessee is a majority black city. So out
Yes.
of the small markets for the NBA, we are the only small market black city in the NBA.
Okay. I feel like you still try to defend something that's not really defensible because you like John Morant and the Grizzlies, and I understand that. That is an open carry state, has nothing to do with the NBA rules, has nothing to do with the morals clauses that are signed when they give you 231 million or 191 million. There are clauses that supersede any state law as it relates to his behavior. Poor Kyrie Irving got suspended because he wouldn't get vaccinated. Now it was within the law that he could, play in certain states without being vaccinated, and they suspended him. And because he retweeted something, he lost his Nike contract. Now that wasn't illegal to retweet a video that Amazon had up, but according to the NBA and others, Nike, he violated something. Dr. Black, your thoughts?
$230 million buys a black man's submission. It's supposed to. And part of the reason we're mad at John Morant is because he didn't submit. And we're thinking he should have. Why? In exchange for $230 million. So if we're not careful, y'all, and I'm talking about myself too, let me be clear. If we're not careful, part of our anger is for the wrong reason. We want the man to keep the money. I'm saying the money ain't the issue. The money is, though we keep arguing, because here's why. $230 million is blinding all of us. It's so much money that it is blinding us to the real issue. And the $230 million is $2.31 to the NBA. And the reason I'm saying that is because if we're not careful, what we really need to be asking of John Morant is, John Morant, do you understand what they paid you for? If you think they paid you to play basketball, that's how we know you're missing it.
Okay. Is there a larger question about his responsibility to be a proper role model, not as an NBA role model, but to his own community? And I brought up, LeBron James and others. Somebody else just went back to school. Oh, the football player just got his master's. We were just talking about his blinding contract. Jalen Hurts, who signed the largest contract until the Ravens quarterback said, hold my beer, I'm going to get even more. But he just went back, Jalen Hurts, and got his master's of human relations. He just did that. And so we celebrate that. And is there bad behavior for us and good behavior? Let's ignore the social structure for a second.
Right.
Within our community, is this behavior that will foment the kind of freedom that we all say we want, right?
Yes,
He's free to do whatever because it's not against the law, but is this the kind of behavior that magnifies the best part of himself? And before you get that, Tennessee, since she called from Tennessee, the governor today signed off on an additional protection for guns and ammunition because one of his friends died. His wife's friends died back in March 27th when the Covenant School was shot up. 3 9-year-olds also lost their lives, but it was personal for the Republican governor. So he quietly, I said today, quietly signed legislation on Thursday. There's not been big news, but he's like, something's got to give with these guns. So let me, as she just pointed out, Wild West, he was like, let me try to at least draw some of this back because people are dying.
Yes.
Your thoughts?
Dr. Hunter, very quickly. If we're not careful, what we have not realized is America will pay you not to read. The more America pays a Black person, the less they are expected to read. If America, I'm saying something right here. If America pays you $18,000, they don't. Of course, you're going to read. They write you off. If America pays you millions, their expectation is that you do not read. What you do at $230 million is obey. That's what you do. But see, here, my problem with John Morant is his behavior is problematic. Absolutely. He's absolutely not fulfilling his role as a role model, but not because of $230 million. If he made zero, his behavior is still a problem.
Okay, that's what I wanted to land on. Thank you. I don't know what reading has to do with it, but we're going to make a segue in a minute. But let me take more calls. Dr.
I'm
Black.
going to get us there.
I know you are. Dr. Black. Black on Black is the book, and he's going to be in Oakland this weekend. For those of you who are in the California, on Sunday, next Sunday, he will be in Oakland, and he'll be in Chicago
on Thursday.
This Thursday. Okay, yep. We're going to get all of the details and tweet it out as well. But let's go to Dave in Virginia. Hi, welcome.
Hey, good afternoon, Karen. How are you?
Good. Hi, brother. Thank you.
All right. And good afternoon, Dr. Black.
Hey, brother, man.
All right. I got to take this another way. Because, this is like, about John Morant. Now, I'm not trying to defend him. Don't get me wrong now. I'm not trying to defend him. But it just shows how hypocritical we are as a country when, either it was a U.S. senator or a congressman send out a damn Christmas card with the whole freaking family, including little kids, holding up AR-15.
That's right.
And we in
Wait, hold on. Can we stop doing that though? Because I feel like we try to bring in the kitchen sink into a singular conversation that we're having right now. And I'm gonna say this, and maybe it'll be taken the wrong way. I don't really care what other people are doing. We're having a conversation right now about ways in which we need to move for one another's protection. And when I looked at what John Morant did, it was the gangbanging, it was all of that. It was Tupac all over again. And I didn't know why. He doesn't have to do that. Right. And there's so much as even the gangbangers, like Draymond has access because Draymond actually feeds the community. He's coming in. I thought that was interesting because I did not know that about Draymond Green. Draymond actually has the cachet to be able to throw the C's up if he wants to and rep the Crips if he wants to, because he's also feeding the community. He said, I ain't seen John Morant in the community. So there's a couple of things going on. Let's not bring in what everybody does. I feel like we do this in our personal arguments too. Well, you said I do this, but we're having a singular conversation. You left the toilet up. Well, 10 times last week, you didn't wash the dishes. Well, what that got to do with me falling into the toilet because you left the seat up, sir? Like, this is a singular can you not leave the seat up? Why are you bringing in this other stuff? I feel like we do this, Dr. Black, in our arguments too frequently, and we never get to the bottom of it. No disrespect, Dave, but that ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about right now, that some white person has guns. And yes, this is America. We expect that. And yes, there's not a hypocrite at all, because he does have a right to carry a gun, but he plays for the NBA with a morals clause. And he signed off on that money that dictated his behavior would be a certain kind of way. And he's violated that, period.
Absolutely. And when you were saying, Karen, and I know you were saying it lovingly, that Ja Morant, he doesn't have to do this, right? But yes, he does. And the reason he has to do it is because he doesn't know who he is. See, he's got the money. He's got the money, but the money does not give you self-knowledge. The money does not give you self-love. The money just gives you a symbol of power, but it is an illusion. That's why in doing this, that's why he even believed he could, right? Because the illusion of money has blinded him, like it does so many of us.
Can it be, Dr. Black? Because as I was watching the Tupac documentary, what I saw was a young man who was battling a lot of things, mostly his complicated relationship with his mother, who was a singular force at the same time, addicted to crack, and who abandoned him in many instances at the same time, loved her dearly, at the same time, hated her dearly, and went through this thing of acceptance. He, talked a certain kind of way. He had sensibilities. He was a writer, a prolific writer, very sensitive, but then he's thrown into this, cast into this caricature of himself that he now has to live up to with all of the tattoos, but loves his community, loves his women. That thing hurt him with the rape case because he would never do that. And everyone who knows him knew that he wouldn't. He got shot off his own testicle, because he's carrying guns that he doesn't even know how to operate, and he's got a plethora of guns because now he doesn't feel safe. He's paranoid. And now he's in with the Bloods in Cali, signing away his life in jail. So he's got to live up to, because he's a supreme actor. That's what he really wanted to do. So I feel like in many ways we place, and I know I have myself, so I'm having this conversation as well. I have even put on the mask of a person that wasn't me,
right,
to navigate this treachery that we live in, so that people, don't even try it. Like, I'm gonna let you know, even though that's not even who I am. I'm not that person, but I want you to never bother me. So I have to put that right there. Don't come for me. Not that I can't, but I just won't. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's it, that Ja Morant just wants to be accepted among men that he looks up to.
You're saying what I'm saying. The money buys the mask. The money buys the mask. Dunbar said, we wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile, with torn and bleeding hearts we smile. Because when they pay you that kind of money, they're paying for a minstrel. Karen, they're paying for something. They're not just paying you to be you. Being you is free.